चलो लगूरी मचल मचल के अभी तो बालापन है. Arey, my dear daughter, listen, you know you live in America for so long and you must be so happy and everything. But I'm a little unhappy because I spend all my time in the kitchen. Could you please do me a little favor? Send me all these things, electric garlic peeler and electric samosa maker. My life will be so easy. I know that you are an artist and you might not be able to have some money.
Who is Bina Sharif?
I think I can call myself a playwright and an actress, a poet, because now I have had 20 plays produced. I wear glitter on my eyes because I'm a Muslim, so you can see me in another role besides being a terrorist. That terrorist who is hidden somewhere up in the clouds, who's coming to terrorize you, to stress you, to keep you on an edge. No, I want to represent happiness, glitter, funkiness, fun. Muslims need to have some fun too, Nobody else was a doctor in my family. It was like somebody says, oh, you're so brilliant, you become a doctor. Okay, I'll become a doctor. I think my father said that, I started writing poetry and short stories. So during my time as a student in magazine in Lahore, my short stories were published in Urdu, and people thought I was a great writer. Finally, when medicine went away from me, it was just because I thought I will take a little break. And since I always wanted to be an artist, it was in me, I'll pursue that.
Mr. Bank Manager, could I open a checking or a saving account in your chemical bank, please? Do you have an ID, miss? Yes, of course. Of course, Mr. Manager, I do have an ID. Yes, of course. And I show him my passport. He stares at my passport, then he stares at me. Then he stares at my passport, then he stares at me. And then he stares at my passport, then he says, no, it's not good, it's not good, it's not good. And I say, Mr. Manager, what do you mean? My passport is not good enough for you? My American passport is not good enough for you? This passport, it took me 20 years to get this passport. Mr. Manager, trust me, believe me, this passport is very good.
You see, since I inhabit at least two worlds, my plays, no matter wherever they take place, many of them take place in New York, there's another world in it. 1,000 Hours of Love. First of all, I sometimes find a title first, and then I write fast. Title doesn't come to me, just nothing really comes to me. It was actually much deeper play than a love affair. It was about the colonialism, like a jewel in the crown, the British and India, the hundreds of years of history of colonizing the land. And but on the surface, it was a love story between an Englishman and an Indian woman. And he's the one who's the seducer. But once she's seduced, very fast, he abandons her completely. So it was like the rape of the soul also, And but she can never get him out of her system. And then she dies. She's 1,000 hours she writes to him. But like a diary perhaps, never gone to this man. And she asked this question, why? Why he loved me and why he abandoned me.
Let's talk now about your piece de la résistance, Democracy in Islam.
It's about a Pakistani family who lives in New York. Mother is a divorcee, and her children are all born in America. And look at Najma. Does she seem happy to you? She's a lesbian. Well, that is not the reason for her unhappiness. I have lots of girlfriends who are lesbians. They're perfectly happy. She's just lost.
And do I mind that she's a lesbian? No. I'm a very liberated woman. I came to this country for my freedom, so why would I not allow my daughter hers?
And the play takes place exactly a year after September 11. And they were very modern children, very American. They're American, you know. And their life is changing because they're 2 sons and 1 daughter. And they are like the perfect profile people because they're dark, handsome, Asian. So they've been like in the street scenes, you know, you see people say, "Oh, I didn't know you were a terrorist. I've known you for so long. I didn't know you were a terrorist," you know.
You know, we are Americans now. Yes, I remember. We spend a lot of money to become Americans. A fortune. All those lawyers, those green cards. And now we are all terrorists. I want my money back.
Where do you find sanctuary in New York?
I think my sanctuary is still like finding a little remote place and sitting down with my paper and pen and writing or thinking or observing people. No, I draw. I don't know, I developed this to write in cafes from the very beginning. It seems like I've done a lot of work in this very cafe, La Gamin. And I will come bring my drawing papers with me, you know, like, so I could draw because there was no idea in my head. And then I had no notebooks. And then while I was drawing for a while, then I just like started to, I had no notebooks, so I just started to write on that very paper where there was a drawing. And that seemed very interesting, you know. There's usually like a woman face, but it's kind of an animal face also. It's like a lot of anguish. I think it's me. It's me in there a lot, you know.
How do you define bohemia?
Me. Me. I think Bohemia is the unique people with great vision and belief in themselves without knowing that they have a belief, that their vision goes so far that they see what other people do not see. That's Bohemia for me.
Bina. That's Bina Sharif.